Calvin Klein.
I like
And
them.
they have a fun thing where you can, hold on, I love this part of it.
Please leave that in the intro. Leave that in the intro. Leave that in the intro. Picture in
sleeve?
Los Angeles 2026.
Well, now I can't see anything.
Everybody needs to be watching the video version for what just happened.
Welcome to Out on the Lanai, the only Golden Girls podcast you're ever gonna need to listen to. I'm HAlanScott / Sadie Pines.
I'm Kerri Doherty, and today we're doing a Beyond Golden Girls episode where we cover the many film and TV projects that the women did outside of the Golden Girls during the course of their illustrious careers. And today, by wildly popular demand, we are watching and talking about Bea Arthur's stint as the Shoppers Drug Mart spokesperson from 1984 to 1991.
Okay, I love how weird it is that we're actually doing an entire episode dedicated to Shoppers Drug Mart. To our Canadian fans, we thank you so much. But also, I love how, I love a jingle. I love a jingle. I love a commercial. I love commercial actors. Stan, and great commercial, he's a great actor, but he's done great commercials as well, which that makes me love him so much more. And I love that we're doing a full episode dedicated to commercials. When you texted this, I was like, how are we going to do this? But also, yes, let's do this.
So, yeah, we've gotten a lot of requests from fans who are, because we've watched a few of them here and there on the podcast, but we have a lot of fans who have said, we love these, let's watch them. So I found a YouTube playlist that has 46 of them because she did this over 7 years. So there are probably a lot of commercials.
Primarily over the run of Golden Girls, correct?
Yes, 1984 to 1991. And what's funny is you can tell what year she did them because of looking at Bea Arthur's hair. Yes. So the later ones, she has what you call like the football helmet hair. Yeah. So we're not going to watch all 46. We will link the playlist below. I think I picked 7 for us to watch because
8. Thank you.
8. Okay. 8. We picked 8 to watch. Yeah. So I'm very, very excited to talk about them because Bea had a blast, clearly.
She also had that thing. She had that thing where she knew these were not going to air in the United States. Maybe Northern New York. I've heard from people, like from the comments that I've seen on Reddit and our own Patreon. I think people have mentioned that people who are on the Canadian border saw some of these commercials because of the closeness to Canada. But
That's
it primarily
so funny. It like accidentally, like the satellite was a little off, and people in upstate New York were like, "What?"
Yeah. That's a thing. That's a thing that I think,
funny.
Correct me. People listening who are from that area, let me know. But I think that's a pretty regular thing that you get Canadian local. And so they would get these commercials for Shoppers Drug Mart. But I love that Bea's just like, no one's gonna see it in the U.S. Who cares?
Well, that was the whole thing with her. She didn't want it to be seen in the United States. So I guess she routinely declined commercial endorsements. But she got this very lucrative deal from Shoppers Drug Mart. I know, good for her. And she would go to Toronto for the tapings. I'm guessing. I bet she'd fly there. She'd probably shoot like 5 or 6 of them over the course of 2 days, fly back. And she would probably do that like every 6 months or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I'm very excited to talk about those. But speaking of commercials, I'll talk about Rusty Anchor Happy Hour. And then I want to mention something about a commercial that I'm
And I want
to
mention something about Toronto that I'm obsessed with. For anyone listening in Toronto, I need someone to go.
Please.
No, you go first because I'm going to find the information that I'm looking for.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so happening over in the Patreon today for our bonus episode, our Rusty Anchor Happy Hour, we are in the vein of commercials. We're going to be showing our favorite commercials. And then I'm going to show a commercial that I worked on when I used to work in commercials and advertising, along with an incredibly embarrassing story about the time I thought that a very famous actor was hitting on me.
Wow.
I don't know.
I've had experience. I had an experience like that where a very famous actor I thought was potentially not assaulting me, but like invading my personal space, but not in like a bad Me Too way, but in like a, oh, you're clearly drunk way.
Oh, interesting.
I'll explain on the Rusty Anchor
Okay,
Happy
that'll
Hour.
be on the Rusty Anchor Happy Hour. Also happening over in the GGVIP Club on Patreon is the return of the live watch along. This upcoming, is it this Sunday? No, I think it's next Sunday, April 19th
Next
at
Sunday.
4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The votes are up if you're in the GGVIP Club at the $8 a month level. If you haven't yet voted, head on over. We're going to be choosing between The Competition, Strange Bedfellows, or Hey, Look Me Over. Right now, the votes are incredibly tight, so your vote could be the one that decides the episode. Head on over for all of that and more at patreon.com/Golden Girls Podcast.
I just need to say about Toronto that I love that Bea went to Toronto to film these. I love Toronto. I've been many times. It's a great place. I love Montreal. I love so many parts of Canada. I don't know how
Never
many
been.
listeners you've never been to Canada? Not even
Never
for
been.
the funny, the whatever, Not for Last festival?
No, never been.
Oh, wow.
I've never been in a comedy festival. I'm not that funny.
You're very funny. But I have been to Canada many times, and I love Canada. And one of my colleagues and very good friends, Catherine Fung, her mother has a like an aesthetics institute. Jovens. I'm going to say this all wrong. It's in Toronto. Jovens Aesthetic Institute. We'll link it in the show notes, the Instagram. And I'm going to go there just to get Botox with her mother. They apparently... She is the place to go in Toronto if you are looking for any kind of aesthetic enhancement in the facial region. And now, excuse me, booking a trip to Toronto because I hope Bea went to her. No, Bea never did. Let's be real. But
no, Bea never did.
But I would go to Toronto to live out my Shoppers Drug Mart fantasies and get Botox with this beautiful, beautiful woman who gives Botox in Toronto at the Jovens Aesthetic Institute, whatever. I can't say that name correctly.
One, I'm so glad to hear that you're considering getting Botox outside of the back alley Botox places that we've discussed on the podcast that I've expressed clear concern about.
Thank you. Thank you.
Two, if next time you go to Canada, will you go to a Shoppers Drug Mart?
Do they still exist?
I don't know, but if they do, will you go and recreate one of these commercials?
Oh, you don't have to tell me twice.
Okay, great. I didn't think I would have to.
Yeah, no, the website's still running. Look, Shoppers Drug. Looks like there's locations. Yeah, Shoppers Drug Mart still exists. It's a thing.
Yeah, I feel like drugstore chains like the Rite Aids, the CVSs, the Walgreens, I feel like those are things that just kind of stick around.
But I also feel like there's probably, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like for me at least, and this is something that we won't talk about during the rest of the pod, but like I love a drugstore. I love walking through the aisles of a drugstore. And sometimes there were times, this is how, when you come from a small town like I do outside of St. Louis, Missouri, Kirkwood, Missouri, you know, at 10 o'clock at night, when you're bored and you don't have school the next day and you want to go hang out with friends and you want to do something, but you're not old enough to do the things you really want to do, which is like go to a bar or something. Really, the only places you can go in that small town often are a drugstore or Walmart. And you can only go to Walmart so often. And then before it becomes just annoying. And so I would go to Walgreens quite often and just walk around with my friend Lori, who I'm going to a wedding with this week. So I'm very excited to see her. But we would go to Walgreens and we'd buy all kinds of useless shit because it would have everything we need, from the stuff we actually need to the fun stuff. And then we'd go home at like midnight and just veg out, eat candy, play with makeup, do stupid things, all from stuff we got at the drugstore.
I'm with you. I love a drugstore. I think the difference, a drugstore is like a mini version of going to Target or Walmart or the mall. You go into Target, if you're just like trying to kill time, it's just like, it's a little overwhelming. There's a lot of stuff. There's a big store. You're like, you go to a drugstore, you're going to be able to hit every aisle. And so so you will be able to peruse, to be like, oh, this is a fun thing. Oh, I'm passing Band-Aids. I need Band-Aids. My sister growing up, when we were teenagers, worked at Siddell's Pharmacy, a little mom and pop pharmacy. I would spend so much time hanging out there and being like, let me get some makeup. Oh, let me look. There's some seasonal decor. Let me go check it out. Yeah. Like I would, let me go to the pet store, the pet aisle. Like, yes, I love a drugstore. The candy aisle, get some snacks.
But yes, the candy aisle always, every time, all year round, 365 is fun. However, there is nothing like going to the candy aisle the day after a holiday. We are recording this on Easter. I don't really deal with Easter. The only thing that's rising in my world is an inappropriate joke that I shouldn't say publicly on the podcast. So like I don't do Easter. That said, I will go to a CVS tomorrow and I will get those Reese's eggs. I will go and get the discounted candy that happens after holiday, and that is my favorite part of a drugstore. Oh,
Yeah, it is. It is fun to visit a drugstore day after Halloween, day after Easter, day after Christmas, day after Valentine's Day. I'm totally with you.
so good.
Okay, so I have one story slash query about a commercial before we get into our Bea Arthur bit. So I spend a lot of time, like if I'm just like farting around the house during the day, like sometimes with the baby while little Oreo's at school, I'll have an AirPod in and I'll be like listening to TV. It's so funny because like whenever people ask me, they're like, "Oh, have you been watching this like new show on Apple Plus?" And they're like, "Oh, you have a newborn, you probably don't have time to watch TV." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I don't." But literally all I do all day is listen to TV in my headphones, but I can't like watch something that I need to pay attention to. So I don't watch anything good or new. Um, so I'm listening to a lot of trashy reality TV in my ear and I'm getting commercials, but I don't have my phone. My phone's always somewhere, but I hear it. And I've been hearing a lot of these GLP-1 commercials where I'm hearing voices of people going, "I'm on row." And and when I'm hearing I'm on row, I hear a man's voice and I'm like, "Oh, he's introducing himself. His name is on row." Like I'm on row and I use this GLP-1. And I'm listening to the commercial. I'm like, what's the GLP-1? And then I actually saw the commercial with my eyes, and it was Charles Barkley, and he was doing the commercial, and his name wasn't on row. He was saying, I'm on row. Like I'm on row. Row is the name of the GLP-1. So I was like,
It's
oh,
the
that
company.
clears it up.
Well, no, it's the company. No,
Okay,
so
sure.
okay.
But
so,
wait. But then here's my question. Then I
Yeah.
saw another commercial where someone referred to the name of the medication as on row. Not I'm on row,
Well,
but like I'm using on row. So like what is the
it's not.
name of the drug?
Yeah, okay. So the name of the drug, I don't know the name of Ozempic, like, because Ozempic is, I think, the brand, like what they call it's the drug. I forget exactly how it works. What I'm on is tirzepatide, which is commonly referred to as Manjaro or Zepbound. Those are the
Yes.
names of those drugs. Yeah, but the actual drug, like the compound of it, is tirzepatide. So that's kind of how, and when they say they're on row, they're saying they're on row's version of the GLP-1 that they're using, which could
I
be
get
a
that.
compound
But then why is there
tirzepatide.
another commercial where somebody refers to the name of the medication as on row?
Because they're ads and they're advertising something that isn't actually the actual technical term that they're advertising. The row is not the drug. On row
No,
is
I
the
know.
brand.
But is the brand on row or is it
No,
row?
it's row. That's the company.
Okay, but then why are people not saying I'm on row? They're saying like, I'm using this drug. The drug is called on row.
They've just
That's what
branded it that. It's just branding.
Oh, it didn't make any sense to me. Anyway, it blew my mind. I was like,
Well,
I
because we're speaking of GLP-1s, we have to say on this podcast, we're sponsored by LifeRX. You can use my code Alan to get $50 off your how many months of GLP-1 and start your GLP-1 journey today. Link in the show notes. Officially, Kerri.
Okay, all right. They're officially a partner of this podcast.
Don't go to Row. Go to LifeRX. Well, they're of me, and so I can't. Yeah, okay.
Well, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know where to send people anyway. I don't know to send them to row or on row.
LifeRX.
So.
Code Alan. Link in show notes. It's actually been great. I have to say, and this is just me, personal testament. We're talking with friends here right now. I've lost since I've gone on LifeRX, which has been, I think I'm at the 90-day mark now. I have lost nearly 20 pounds. And
you look great.
thank you. I feel great.
Although I think you always look great.
Well, thank you. But I've lost nearly 20 pounds, but it's not about the losing the pounds. It's about, for me, how easy the entire process has been. I love that more people are seeing the benefits of these GLP-1s, whatever works in their life, and also in whatever way you're needing it to work. Like, I have a good friend who went on it, using my code Alan, LifeRX. But an actual good friend Lori, who went on it because of post baby stuff, and just to help out a little bit with the post baby. And like, it's not like for me, I need to lose 50 plus pounds. Like, I need to lose a lot of weight. And so I'm doing it in higher dosage with an intention of losing a lot of weight so that I live a healthy life, and I'm at a weight that is healthy for me long term. But some people just need a little bit of help. And I've been really, really happy with how everything is, but also how easy the process has been. It's so, how triggering health stuff is for me, and how
Yeah.
I screwed myself over a year of my insurance, and I had this crazy high deductible now because of trauma and anxiety over health insurance. I don't know what to do, and when I deal with it, it's just literally clouds. It becomes clouds. My throat gets weird like it is now. Like, literally, even thinking about it, it's so anxiety ridding for me. And so I absolutely, even though I am sponsored by them, I absolutely love that LifeRX has made the process so goddamn simple that I literally just respond to a text message, I answer some questions, and I get my refill. Like, honestly, that's it. And it's so, for someone who has a lot of trauma around medicine, it's really, really helpful. Really helpful. It actually makes me kind of emotional.
Oh, I'm really glad it's been
Yeah.
helpful for you.
Yeah. Because there's some things that just like, why should I feel ashamed? Why should I have all this stress around this thing that I know I
Mhm.
need in order to live a healthy? I want to do the things to be healthy. I'm willing to do the things. Whatever. Use it. If you don't want to use it, great. But I appreciate the time for me sharing that. I'm happy with it.
Yay!
Yay. Should we get into the episode? Should we do? You can get at Shoppers Drug Marts with your pharmacist. You can get a GLP-1 too. I bet B would have done that. And then we should get into these commercials for sure.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, we'll be right back.
And we are back talking about Bea Arthur's Shoppers Drug Mart commercials. I keep wanting to call them ShopRite or Rite
I
Aid.
know.
ShopRite.
I know.
I think I
wonder
texted you
who
and I
does
said, let's
own
watch her
them.
ShopRite commercials.
I wonder if they're independently owned, or if they are part of a larger chain that is like connected to CVS here or something,
Well, I did notice there was one spot. I think it's a franchise that people can buy into, because there was
Oh.
there was one commercial. I think we'll even show it. I think it's our first one. She mentions that Bee's talking to the pharmacist, and she's like, "You're the pharmacist and you own the store." And I was like, "Oh, okay, so it must be a franchise." I think that's what Shoppers Drug Mart was trying to tell people, was like, "Hey, look, you were a franchise. You can buy one."
You know what I just found out, though? In 2014, a Canadian company, Loblaw, acquired Shoppers Drug Mart for $12.4 billion. And
Whoa.
Loblaw, I'm probably saying
Sorry,
that
was it the
incorrect.
blah, 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 blah blog?
I don't know. I
For all
don't
you
know.
Arrested
I
Development
don't
fans out
know.
there?
But it is Canada's largest food and drug retailer. And it's a subsidiary of George Weston Limited, whatever that is. But yeah.
Well, here's a little history of that I got off the corporate Shoppers Drug Mart page. So the very first one opened, I think, in 1941.
Oh, wow.
There were two of them. They were called Koffler's Drug, and they were in Toronto. In 1962, Shoppers Drug Mart is born when Murray Koffler opens a 4,000 square foot store at the Shoppers World Plaza in Toronto. And then they started creating branded products called Life Brand. It was the company's first private label. I feel like they were like way ahead of their time.
Yeah.
In 1968, they grew to 52 stores. In 1971, they expanded to British Columbia and Alberta. 1972, Quebec. And then fast forward, 1991, 500 stores open. They did a very special commercial for that. And let's see, if we fast forward to today, what was their latest? In 2020, they opened their first managed medical clinic in Toronto.
Wow.
So anyway, you can check out their corporate webpage. It's pretty cool. It just tells you like all the stuff that they've done since they
Wow.
opened the very first one, technically in 1962. So very
There we
exciting.
go.
Now, I watched all 46 of the Drug Mart commercials
You
because
did not.
I did because I wanted to get a sense. Yeah, baby Coco fell asleep on my lap, and I was like, "Well, I got the time," so I watched them all, and I was like, I wanted to see like what I could take away from Shoppers Drug Mart and what they were really looking for in this partnership with Bea Arthur. And I feel like across what was really common amongst a lot of the commercials, one, they really want you to know how friendly and helpful and informative their pharmacists are. That was a big
Oh.
thing for them
I
because that
mean,
was like in a lot of the spots.
I would love a friendly pharmacist. I've had bad experiences with pharmacists. I had like an emotional breakdown at a pharmacy once. Like I would love a pharmacist. That's nice.
Yeah, a pharmacist, a kind pharmacist, a patient pharmacist is
Mhm.
because you don't want people to feel like they can't ask questions about the medication they're picking up. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
So, another thing that appears in a lot of the spots, they're really proud of their wide selection of everyday care items like shampoo, vitamins, deodorant. That's a common theme
Mm.
amongst all the spots. They would get really excited and do big commercials for milestones like, 500 stores open, 50 years of being open. What's fun is that in the earlier commercials, B. Arthur is kind of solo or she's, playing against some like background people. But then they started adding more characters who are regulars. So they started giving
Mm.
people, B. Arthur people to play off of. One was Santa. They started doing a lot of Christmas commercials. She calls him Mickey. And they're like, it kind of feels like a Stan and Dorothy
It
relationship
does
between
a
the two of
little
them.
bit. Yeah.
Later, she gets an assistant named Maurice, who, depending on the spot, sometimes is her chauffeur, sometimes he's her golf caddy. He's like this fun character for her to play off of.
Yeah.
And then later, they bring in a friend named Brenda, and Brenda's like sort of
Brenda.
a fellow senior. And the gist of a lot of the spots are like Brenda's like, well, I have a question. And B. Arthur's like, you idiot, there are so many ways to save. She doesn't call her an idiot, but that's like the gist is that it's like my dumb friend
God
Brenda.
damn it, Brenda.
F you,
Wait, no. What
Brenda.
is it? Isn't it in Bridesmaids when Kristen Wiig is playing tennis with Rose Byrne and they have the two other women? And I think she says, "Get it together, Brenda." I don't know if her name was Brenda or not, but she says, "Get it together," and that's what I'm imagining.
Fun. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe, not as aggressive. So one more thing I kind of want to talk about just before we start watching these commercials is, we mentioned earlier how for B. Arthur, it was very important to her that these did not air in the United States. This was very, very common in the 80s, the 90s, the early aughts, where celebrities, like big celebrities like Brad Pitt, would do like a candy commercial that it would only air in Japan. But if
Mm-hmm.
you were an actor and there was a certain stigma to doing commercials. So any actor that did a commercial, it would always cost a lot of money to get them and it could never air in the United States.
Yeah.
These days, we are in the inverse.
Yeah.
Every commercial, you got Hugh Jackman for AG1 Nutrition, Helen Mirren for Uber Eats,
Mm-hmm.
every Donald Faison and Zach Braff for T-Mobile,
It's massive.
Zoe
It's
Saldana
massive.
for T-Mobile, every like Billy Bob Thornton, just name any actor and they're doing commercials.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's big. It's big money these days. And you know what? Good for them. Good for them.
It's wild. It's wild how we've done a complete 180 on that. Okay, that is my rant on my spiel on commercials. Okay. So let's start with the first B. Arthur commercial. And I want to say, if you can watch the video version of this, please do,
Yeah.
because the visuals
Well,
in
it'll
these
be on
commercials are
YouTube
amazing.
day one. So just go and watch on YouTube and we'll make
Yes,
sure.
go
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
out on the
Or
Lanai
YouTube
YouTube.
or Patreon. You can watch on Patreon too. For free. Well, no, you can go on YouTube and watch it for free. But yeah. Yeah.
So, but yes, this one we will release day of so everybody can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this first one I'm calling From Here to the Pharmacy, which is obviously a Golden Girls title.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the ones where, you know, this is Shoppers Drug Mart trying to tell us how much you should like the pharmacist, and we'll talk about this after we watch it.
How can I help you?
You're the Shoppers Drug Mart pharmacist, right? You own this store?
That's right.
I hear you're a very smart person.
Well, I try.
And you always give terrific advice. And so friendly and courteous, so easy to talk to. You need cough medicine? Ask your pharmacist. You need vitamins? Ask your pharmacist. So let me ask you, how do you feel about older women?
You're gonna be happy. Happy to help you. Shoppers Drug Mart.
I love the how do you feel about older women? I mean, it's more Maude than it is Dorothy.
Yes, I agree.
The character she's playing, I feel like, is more of the higher energy Maude moments than it is Dorothy. Dorothy was a bit more subdued.
Yeah, and Dorothy, I feel like, would get nervous around men. Mostly. She had some moments. One thing I love about this spot is, and this is why you guys need to watch these. The pharmacist's face after she says, "How do you feel about older women?" It's like, yes, it's that face. It's like he's supposed to be uncomfortable, but he also it's like the smile you see on a serial killer's face right before he kills you. Like, to me, that's what that look was. I was like, oh,
wow.
Dear God, like, don't look at Bea Arthur like that. Yeah. So that's another fun runner with these. Like, in these commercials, Bea Arthur is a senior sex pot. Like,
I mean,
she gets to be sexy in these,
And what's crazy is what is so fascinating about Bea Arthur doing these commercials in this period from 1984 to 1991, just before Golden Girls went on the air. So clearly her being hired was not because of the Golden Girls. It wasn't because of the popularity. Oftentimes now, celebrities are hired because of the popularity of a show that they're on or whatever. Like, with traders, they're doing all these commercials for Sonic or whatever it is. It's because they're on this show. But it was just Bea Arthur's celebrity that got her this job. It was the persona that Bea Arthur had created over the years through the character she had played that got her this commercial. And what I think is so fascinating is, over those years that she's now on this massive television show that I'm assuming was also massive in Canada, we know it was, that she's in people's homes 7 days a week, like during the 80s when this show wasn't necessarily syndicated. And these Canadians had just sort of got a totally different side of Bea Arthur than we ever really saw here in the United States on a regular basis.
Somewhere in Canada, someone caught an episode of the Golden Girls and went, hey, it's the lady from the Shoppers Drug Mart commercials.
Yep.
She has a show now. Come watch. You know that someone knew Bea Arthur just from those Shoppers Drug Mart commercials.
It's probably a kid.
And then was like, look, she does TV now, the commercial lady. That's so funny to me that that there are people out there that knew her as a commercial actor first. Wow.
Wild.
If you're one of those people, let us know in the comments what that was like for you.
No one listening to this podcast discovered Bea Arthur through Shoppers Drug Mart's commercials. I'm sorry. I feel like everyone here is raw Golden Girls beginning.
I don't know. I think it's possible.
Prove us wrong.
Prove us wrong. Okay, so this the number two commercial that we're going to show, I love this one. I titled this one, I Bought This Vase. And this is another one where Bea Arthur's just a sex pot.
Shoppers Drug Mart has just the right gift for all those people you often take for granted. Your paper boy, your secretary, your mailman, and my favorite, the fan mailman. Shoppers Drug Mart, the right gift at the right price.
The fan.
Oops, I pulled the wrong commercial for this one.
That's fine. That's fine. No, fine. I was going to say she's not flirting with her fans here. She's just being a star. But what I think is really interesting about this growing character she's creating for these commercials, which are very high energy, very quick, very funny, that she's playing this sticky version of herself that we know because we know her so well and through interviews and everything. It is the exact opposite of who she is. She was not one to go to events, premieres, relish in fan attention, relish in attention. She was shy. She was reserved. She stood back. She would never talk about the fans. Thank you to the fans. That was like the opposite. Of course, she loved the fans, but like that was like the opposite of who she inherently is.
Yeah, she was like the anti-Tom Cruise, where I think she loved the fans, she respected them, but she wanted to do it from afar.
Yeah, barefoot.
While she was barefoot,
drunk.
drinking vodka, home, watching Jeopardy. Totally respected.
Yeah.
So the one that I thought I was playing, which you can watch it's on the playlist. There's Bea Arthur, and she's like sitting in a chair, and she's talking about this vase, and she was getting all these different types of flowers in the vase that she purchased, this sleek thin vase from Shoppers Drug Mart, and it was, anyway, you should just watch it because she's like very, very sexy in it, and she says vase like Blanche does. You shot my vase. I wish you would have shot a little stuff. Okay, so that one is great. Is it time to take a break yet or no?
No, let's do one more. Let's do two more. Let's do two more.
Okay. All right, great. So before we play this next one, just in case you're not watching, to give context, it's a bunch of seniors doing martial arts, including Bea Arthur. They're all wearing a karate gi. Hers has a big B on the back of it. Let's just watch it. I love this one.
Everyone's flipping over Seniors Day at Shoppers Drug Mart because all seniors and accompanied family members get a 15% discount on their purchases. And even if you're a little younger, we'll look the other way. There are prizes, free refreshments, in-store specials, fun for everyone. And enter the draw. 8 lucky winners at each store will take home a beautiful brass montage picture frame. And all seniors will receive a free family heritage album. Sushi, anyone?
It's so chaotic.
Well,
I love the ha.
Just listening to these, I was like, wow, Bea Arthur, her energy is so up.
Committed.
She is speaking so quickly because she's trying to get out a lot of information in like 30 seconds. I was like, what do you think? Because as someone who's been on camera before, we used to have to like to keep our energy up. Right before we started rolling, when I did IMDb show, we would literally like jump in place, and we would try to get our energy up. Otherwise, when they started shooting, because we'd been sitting there getting mic'd, getting makeup touched up, whatever, waiting, our energy would be down. So I'm like,
you know what I do?
What does it look like? What do you do?
I do it for everything. For before I have a big interview, before I perform, not so much before drag. Drag, I never have to prepare. I'm just ready and I go out and I do it. But like, but if I'm doing me, just boy me, I always listen to Bette Midler's "Bang You're Dead" from the Live at Last album. It was like 77, and it is such a high energy song that has this like crescendo effect to it, where she goes from the ground and it's like really low and she's like building up, and then it just goes to like a scream wail of fun high energy movement, and it is just if that song does not get you get going, like nothing will. It's so good. I highly encourage people to listen to it.
I don't know it. I'm gonna have to listen to it, but I do know
It's
that
before
album.
she was like that. It's before she was like the Bette Midler we know from films and stuff, because she hadn't been in any movies at this point. She was just a performer. She was just like a Broadway /singer, and like that's what she was. And so it's from that era, and it's so high energy. It's called "Bang You're Dead." I think it's track 3. Bang You're Dead, Live at Last album. I love it.
What do you think Bea Arthur does to get to that level of energy?
I honestly feel like she's a lot like Angela Lansbury in that she probably comes from like the old school form of theater where you don't need anything. You're going out there, you got the lines, and you do it.
And you're just able to turn it on.
It's sort of like how British actors think of method actors here in the U.S. that have to like prepare and get in the headspace and all of the things. And like all these British actors are like, just go act.
Just be an actor. Yeah.
Just go be an actor. Yeah.
I do. This martial arts spot, there is a lot going on. There's a lot of quick cuts. There's a lot of choreography that feels very regional theater.
There's also that 15% offline that will look the other way if you're a little bit younger. I kind of feel like that even though I know it wasn't, it feels like an ad-lib line that then the Shoppers Drug Mart executives had to be like, okay, B, okay, fine.
Yeah, sure. I also look, so when they say there's a 15% discount, there was like a little lower third in text on the screen. So I wrote it down. It said, except for prescriptions, tobacco, baby milk, baby diapers, and advertised sale items. So they were like, except for you moms and anybody who needs medicine.
And smokers.
Which, yeah, don't give them a discount.
Why not?
But why?
Smoking's so cool. Don't do it. But
No,
it's so
no,
cool.
no.
It's
No,
so
no, no.
cool.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
I have to.
Be
It's
also,
the coolest thing I ever did.
No, don't tell people, put it down.
I mean,
it's
put
bad
it
for your health.
down. It's bad for your health, but you look really hot.
No, you don't. No, and you don't.
You don't.
Bea also has a stunt double in this spot.
Yes.
It's actually a pretty good stunt double. It's not as egregious as Rose's dance double.
No, it's not.
No.
It's pretty good. They're pretty.
And
they're
I
Canadian
also-
stunt doubles. Good for
I
you.
also like, again, more messaging that mirrors the Golden Girls, which is like seniors are still very capable people. Look, they can do martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I liked that one. I thought it was kind of fun.
I do too. Let's do one more and then we'll take a break. Actually, no,
Okay.
we should probably we should take a break now and then we'll come back.
Okay.
Bye. But we'll be back. Hiya!
Okay, for this next spot, I'm just going to call it Maestro. And
so good.
these next two spots, these were these were Bea's two favorite to do. This one and the next one, 100%.
Yeah. 100%.
Maestro, make my feet move. It's the Shoppers Drug Mart 25th anniversary sale. I am celebrating, not dining. Tempo, boys! Tempo! Tempo! Our biggest sale ever, our biggest savings ever. Big finish, boys. The Shoppers Drug Mart 25th anniversary sale. Can you see this as a rock video? You're gonna be happy. 25 years of savings.
25 years of savings.
How about a little octane?
I feel like she's straining her voice, but that's just her voice.
Yeah, I think it's just her voice. I loved that spot. I feel like when she's like, let's kind of kick it up a notch, the music still felt a little lackluster to me. I was like, no, like it needs that octane that she wants.
Yeah.
But yeah, she definitely loved doing that spot.
God, it's so good. She does this bit in the middle where she's like, when she does the octane part and she's like flailing around and dancing. And it's just, I mean, that woman perspired that day and good for her.
Good for her. Yeah,
Yes.
they, Shoppers Drug Mart, they really like to do, again, these big milestones. That's when they did like the really big, fun, kind of memorable commercials. Okay, so this next one is called Beyond Broadway. Another one that she absolutely loved doing.
And again, Revlon's Faces from a Chorus Line Cosmetics, a Shoppers Drug Mart exclusive. Take a look. Dramatic, spirited, sensual. There are bonus gifts, a chance to win $100 worth of Revlon Cosmetics, Chorus Line movie passes, and a trip for two to the New York premiere. One singular sensation. You girls are pretty good, too. You're gonna be happy. Faces from a Chorus Line. Shoppers Drug Mart.
You girls are pretty good too.
She loved singing. She was so excited to sing.
Yeah, no, I love that she sang. I love that they let her sing. I love that I guess they got the rights because of, Chorus Line collab and stuff, but still good for them. Good for them.
I wonder too if she pitched this. She's like, I wouldn't mind singing or doing a little dancing.
I can see the room. I can see the meeting. Well, boys, my background's in Broadway. You might know me from this Golden Girls show now, but Broadway's where it all started, and I think we should do a Broadway commercial. Wouldn't that be great? I could call my dear friend, Angela Lansbury.
She's too expensive.
I can't do the voice of Bea at all. I can't.
You're better than me just because you have a deeper voice. By default, a man is typically going to be better at doing Bea Arthur's voice. It's interesting too. So in this particular commercial, Shoppers Drug Mart was partnering with both Revlon and a Chorus Line is that still something that we see today in commercials? Like if you were to look at like a CVS, a Walgreens, a Rite Aid, I feel like I don't necessarily see commercials that have those specific partnerships. They obviously, those stores sell those brands, but can you recall
I
any
think
of that in recent years?
Here's the thing. It wasn't so much, it's a contest is what they're promoting here. And so, like, I think we do see contests, where brands are collabing and sort of, overlapping and stuff. So it wasn't so much that they were taking part in the commercial. It was Shoppers Drug Mart is promoting this contest that they're doing with Revlon and the Broadway show and, like, those kind of things.
Yeah.
And
but
that
like,
I think we see pretty regularly to this day.
But
Like,
Revlon would have like paid for that. They would have paid for that advertising.
Revlon
right?
and the Broadway show
Yeah.
probably is the advertising for the Broadway show probably did, but also probably partly Shoppers Drug Mart because they're facilitating the contest. Like they're the ones yes, Revlon and the show is paying Shoppers Drug Mart to advertise the show and Revlon through this contest, but obviously Shoppers Drug Marts want more people to come in to participate in this Revlon Broadway show collab, and so they're going to put money towards an advertisement to get them to come in. Domino's effects.
Oh yeah, they're
billionaires,
paying. Oh
billionaires,
yes, I think Shoppers Drug Mart is paying for the commercial, and Revlon and Chorus Line are paying Shoppers Drug Mart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Bea loved singing and wearing a glittery Chorus Line outfit, by the way, for that spot.
With shoes off though the entire time.
Shoes off the entire time. They were like, she's like, you got to get me in a wide. All right, I'll slip them on for one take. Okay, so there are, again, I highly recommend everybody watch this playlist because there are a lot of really fun Christmas spots with her and Santa, aka Nikki. So it was really hard to choose one because a lot of them are really fun. But this one Christmas spot I chose because it feels like a scene between Dorothy and Stan while they were still married. Like just picture Stan in the Santa suit from the one episode of The Golden Girls, and like that's what we're getting here with this spot.
Nikki, darling, I'm going to make things easy on you this Christmas. A, I don't want any more toys, and B, I want something from Shoppers Drug Mart.
Oh, what's wrong with the train set?
It just isn't me. Shoppers Drug Mart has an incredible selection of fragrances, cosmetics. I'll be ravishing, all at very low prices. Now those are gifts. I'll put it in a letter.
You're gonna be happy.
Happy Christmas.
Shoppers Drug Mart.
I love that her way of flirting is just going, I'll put it in a letter.
I know. When Bea Arthur leans in and gets really close to a man's ear and drops her voice, like that is throughout these spots, I feel like that is Bea Arthur's way of getting sexy. It's a real like, Mr. Sandman, yes. You know what I mean? I'm like,
where
yes,
she's using and this is a lesson for everyone involved, listening, watching, where she's using the thing that people often want to poke fun at her for as a strength of beauty and power.
Yep.
See what I just did?
Yep.
That's called creating a narrative. That's a writer. Don't use AI to write.
One thing I liked about I think they just did it in this spot. They do it in a lot of them, which is they sort of highlight a gift that you could give for someone. A lot of times it's like, men, pay attention. This is what your lady wants. And in one, it's like $6.99 for what looks to be a diamond earring and necklace set. It's clearly not because it's $6.99.
Yeah.
And then there's another commercial where they're calling it a something pearl. I'm trying to remember what, like an industrial pearl or something.
I don't remember.
And it's a pearl set for like $8.99 for a pearl necklace or a single pearl on a necklace and then 2 pearl earrings. And I'm just like, God, what? How do they give you those kind of deals?
I mean, Canada. Canada. Although I hear now it's really like expensive to ship to Canada and stuff. So like, I don't know if things are more expensive in Canada now, but I watch this YouTuber who's based in Canada and she's always talking about the shipping. So.
The shipping. What's the
Not
deal?
the shipping again. I think I just need a plant in the United States to bring it across the border. I would do that.
You would bring like jewelry. for Shoppers Drug Mart stores?
Well, if I was going to Toronto and someone was like, hey, would you stop by Target for me and pick up this brand of something that we can't get here? I'd be like, sure. No problem.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
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 It's like going to Paris and getting the expensive drugstore cream that you can't get in the United States here because it's illegal. You know what I mean?
I don't, because last week you were making fun of me because I was putting tinted chapstick on my cheeks. So no, I don't.
That stands. Yes.
I don't know. I've been to Paris once, and I don't know that I brought anything back.
Nothing?
No, nothing. I was working.
Oh, yeah, but you
I don't think I brought any. No, I don't think I brought anything back. I didn't.
Not even from duty free? Not even from duty free?
No.
Oh.
No, I didn't.
Go to Paris. Honestly, if you ever, this is a travel tip. If you're going to Toronto, I'm sure it happens there too. But in Paris, go to the local drugstores because you'll get SPF lotions that you cannot get here in the United States because we have weird, like FDA here for sunscreen stuff is like crazy and it's bad and it's not good. Like if you want good skincare, go to that drugstore in Paris. Just do a little hop over, take a little bag, put a little thing, check your luggage, claim it when you get back. But yeah.
All right. This next spot I'm calling Race Car B.
This is a good one. This was production.
This is a good one. Yeah, this one has production. Just know before going into this again, you really need to be watching this. But Bea's wearing a white bedazzled mechanic's jumper. So if you're just listening, just know that that's what she's wearing. And with the soft lighting, she looks like an angel. Let's play it.
Yes. Okay.
Start your engines, please, because when you fill up with savings at Shoppers Drug Mart, you can also fill her up and save at Esso. With each $5 purchase at Shoppers Drug Mart, you can buy a $2 Esso gasoline coupon for just 49 cents. So you can gas up and really save. Now that's more of everything you want in a drugstore.
How are my tires?
Round and flat.
Shoppers Drug Mart, everything you want in a drugstore.
Flat.
Everything you want in a drugstore. I want that jumpsuit so bad. I'm actually wearing a jumpsuit right now. For anyone watching, I'm wearing. Wait, I have to put the chair back. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this. Can you see? I'm wearing my
Oh, I like that jumpsuit. It's got a zipper.
Yep. So yeah, I love a jumpsuit.
I do too. I have a lot of jumpsuits. I love them.
God, if I could live in a jumpsuit, I would.
So a couple fun things I noticed about this spot. One is, so Bee's holding like a red mechanic's rag through most of the spot. And I think at the end of the commercial, Bee forgot what the premise of the commercial was because she dabs it on her mouth like it's a napkin when she's eating Rose's chipped beef. I was like, why would you, that has like gasoline and smudgy finger on it. It's dirt.
Yeah.
Why are you using it to wipe your mouth, Bee?
It's sort of like that episode of Will and Grace where Grace they're in the rental car and they have the bottled water and she drinks from it and then it's no one's water and she realizes it's like mystery rental car water that was someone else left in there, and then she goes, as they're driving, she drinks from it again and she's like, I did it again, where she does so maybe Bee was just having one of those moments.
She was just having one of those moments. So the guy in the commercial, he's meant to look kind of like he's like kind of looks like a Miami, and he's got a mustache and like slicked hair, and he's kind of meant to look like a sleazy guy. And at the end, she like deflates his tire with her shoe or her heel or something. But what did he do to her in the commercial to warrant that?
I mean, I don't know. I was watching Bee.
I don't know that he deserved it, but maybe I need to go back and rewatch it because I was like, wait, why would you do that?
Is that your usual suspects where you want to go back and figure out like the clues to figuring out who Kaiser Soze is?
Yeah, I want a Kaiser Soze, the situation. Okay, so for our last one, I had to show this one because we've watched this one on the podcast before. So we are ending on a classic I'm calling Super Bee.
Yeah.
Where Bea Arthur flies. She flies. Go ahead, let's play.
Let's just play it.
It's the Shoppers Drug Mart 500 store celebration sale. More stores to save you more.
You're needed in Thunder Bay.
Excuse me. We're celebrating with super savings throughout the store.
Winnipeg is waiting.
The
celebration sale. More stores to save you more. Out of my way, boys. I have a sale to get to.
Out of my way, boys. I really want to start at gay bars. I want to start walking in being like, out of my way, boys. I got a drink ticket.
Yeah, just like mix it up between that and it's a dog-eat-dog world and I'm not wearing underwear.
No, what I find is so funny about this is everything, but also how committed B was like, I'm cashing this check. Yeah, you want me to fly? I'll fly.
You want me to be Superman? No problem. I
No
will
problem.
fly.
So good. So good. So good.
It's so good.
Just
Guys,
so
that
good.
that was just a taste. That was a flight of commercials.
I want to add an honorable mention. There's a series of the commercials where she's around children. Like there's a series of back to school ones that I think they did where she's interacting with kids and she has that high energy that we've seen in all these commercials that we've been watching, but around kids. And the kids are just like, okay, B. Like, I mean, they're just like very like
happy birthday, Dorothy.
Yeah, they're very that. And B's just like, out of my way, boys, it's back to school time.
Get your pencils.
Take your number 2 pencils at Shoppers Drug Mart. 15% off if you're a little bit older.
If you're a little bit older and you're buying a Trapper Keeper, we're not going to judge you, but you can get 15% off.
Why have we made B a 1920s caricature? Why?
I don't know. Like, yeah, why is she like a PI? Like, listen here, see, I'm gonna find out who murdered your wife. See,
where were you Thursday night while you were watching NBC?
And this isn't the only commercial where she flies. If that's what you're wondering, there is. you just did a Danny Thomas spit take.
Oh God!
She does dress up. She is like a fairy in one, but it was really poor quality.
That one's for the gays. That one's for me.
That one's for the gays.
That one's for me.
For the homosexuals. So
I just hope when she came out as a fairy, I just hope she made one joke where she was like, homosexuals have always liked me. Always.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then all the nice Canadians are like, yeah, not understanding.
All of our Canadian fans are like, and unsubscribe.
I know. We're sorry. Don't hate us. We love you.
What's the joke, Patrick Vaughn, where Rose says like, have you ever played a fruit before? Or have you ever been a fruit before? And he's like, no, but I've something about being on Broadway, or I've had my fair share of offers. What is it that I should never try to quote the Golden Girls when I'm not 100% sure of it, because everybody right now is dragging me. Sorry, Alaska. Alaska knows. Okay, so yeah, like I said, that is just a flight, a sampling of the Bea Arthur's Shoppers Drug Mart commercials. Yes. We will link to a full playlist. Just watch them. They roll one right into the other.
They're so good.
But just know that I recommend not watching them right before bed, because the energy is so high that you will kind of find yourself. It's like natural caffeine when you're watching them. So be aware. I had to do it with headphones because I was like, oh, my baby is going to wake up at the sound of these commercials. And I found myself not needing that extra cup of coffee in the morning. So thanks, B.
No, this was such a joy. Should we take a break?
Thank you for harassing us to do these, guys. Yes, let's take a break and do golden takeaways.
I love those. And we are back with our golden takeaways, which is a nugget of truth or inspiration that you can apply to your life or the lives of our listeners. Kerri, what's your golden takeaway from this episode?
My golden takeaway is, as much as I love Bea Arthur in these commercials, I do think there is such an oversaturation of celebrities being in commercials. And I love a non-celebrity spokesperson. I am so sick of seeing celebrities in commercials. Give me Jake from State Farm. Give me Flo from Progressive. Yeah. Give me the Toyota woman who's my friend Selena's sister. Like, and also the thing about that, you are giving working commercial actors like the ability to buy a house. So
Yeah.
every time Hugh Jackman says no, I mean, I guess they'll go to another celebrity, but like these celebrities can make their money doing movies and TV. For a commercial actor, you get a spokesperson job, like you can buy a house, you can like be financially okay for a while, and like that's awesome. And Flo is probably worth like $100 million at this point. She makes so
Yeah.
much money doing those commercials, and she's so good in them, and everybody is. So yeah, I just want to see more of the non-celebrity spokesperson. Brands, take a gamble, take a risk. Your investment is going to be a lot less.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're so right. It's interesting. Oftentimes when a celebrity does do an ad, it's because of the persona of that celebrity, and which is why they're doing it. But like one of my favorite things about living in Los Angeles is that a lot of times you can just be at the grocery store and be like, I know you. Oh, you're that Jardians girl. Okay, yeah. That's that commercial. Yeah, that's who you are. Got it. Love you. Yeah, no, I think that's a great golden takeaway. More actors, regular actors doing actor things. I love that. And not AI. My golden takeaway from this episode. It's so interesting. After you said that, now I'm going in a different direction. But I'm just gonna say I am the type of person, and I used to fight this, like I used to hate this about myself, and now it's just me. I'm the person that will hear a commercial jingle and randomly just start singing it in random moments when it's not on throughout the day in front of people that then will get that jingle in their heads because they'll know it, but they weren't thinking of it, but I was thinking of it. And then I start this spiral effect of they can't get it out of their heads. I'm annoying. I know that. And I just feel like in this community, there's probably a bunch of other annoying people like me. And I don't feel so alone anymore.
What do you think are the most annoying jingles? I find them to be pharmaceuticals. Those are the ones that get stuck in my head the most.
That's the one I have for Rusty Anchor Happy Hour. Yep, it's one of my favorite ones.
Great.
It's one that I sing regularly. So go to the Rusty Anchor Happy Hour.
I think I know what it is.
Yeah, you know it. I've sang it before. I think I've sang it before on this podcast. Like it's constantly in my head. It's constantly in my head. So go to the Rusty Anchor to watch that. Or go to the Patreon to watch the Rusty Anchor because it's a fun one today.
Awesome. Well, guys, we really hope that you enjoyed this. Let us know what your favorite Bea Arthur Shoppers Drug Mart commercials are, especially if you're living in Canada. What was your experience with these commercials or with this store? Definitely let us know in the comments. Tell us on Instagram. Leave a YouTube comment. And thank you guys so much for listening. We will catch you back here next week for more Golden Girls greatness. And remember, once again, you can join the GGVIP Club at patreon.com/Golden Girls Podcast. You get ad-free episodes. You get video versions, you get bonus interviews, you get live watch-alongs. There's so much great stuff. Check it out, patreon.com/Golden Girls Podcast.
And we're a part of Moguls of Media, so go support them. You can also follow us on social media at Golden Girls Pod on Twitter, Out on the Lanai Official on Instagram, Golden Girls Pod on Facebook, and I am HAlanScott /Sadie Pines on everything.
And if you want to do something else nice for the podcast, you can leave us a rating and a review wherever you get this podcast because it helps more people discover us and join our lovely kick-ass community of Golden Girls fans.
Yes, and in the meantime, remember,
as always,
stay golden.
Stay golden.
Stay golden. Stay golden. Boys!
Out on the Lanai is not endorsed by Whit Thomas Harris Productions, Touchstone Television, Disney, or any of its subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only.
All names, pictures, audio, and video clips of the Golden Girls are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of their respective trademark and/or copyright holders.